Hey everyone, today is day 15 of the October YouTube Pagan Vlog Challenge, and the word today is nature. I had a hard time this morning trying to come up with something that I wanted to use for nature. So, I looked at some poetry, I looked at a lot of different stuff, and finally I just decided to grab out one of my oracle decks, which this one is the Make-A-Wish Dandelion Spirit Oracle deck, which screams nature to me, and pick a card that I can reference. When I came across this card, I was remembering stuff from when I was younger. And as you know, if you've been watching me do this for the last few days, I've been trying to remember things from my past, trying to incorporate memories from my mother, those kind of things. So this kind of just played into that for me. And so my nature is going to be about the past. And this card says play. Remember when you played as a child. Joy and laughter was the way of living and being. So in my past, we spent a lot of time outside. I remember I would leave the house at like 7 o'clock in the morning during the summer on my bike. And we would head out to the spillway, it took us like an hour to get there on our bikes. And we spent the entire day out at the spillway or the river, and we would float down the river, we would ride down the spillway and just meet friends out there, and we wouldn't come home until dark. And I remember it being nighttime during the summer, and the crickets are out and the stars are going, and it's so peaceful outside. And we were camping in a tent in the front yard because my parents used to really be okay with camping and stuff, and us girls and a couple friends might be in a single tent, and we'd sneak away up to the playground that was just up the street and play up at the playground, play like night tag and like stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just, there's a lot in the past that isn't bad. There's things in my past that are bad, but the things that aren't, there's a sense of innocence to nature, a sense of innocence that goes hand in hand with being a child, with an inner child, with connecting with that. And even now, I still like going up on the mountain. I'm not going to say that I'm one of those people who I want to be around all the bugs, and I don't mind just sitting out in nature and stuff like that. I mean, I like it, but I have to be in the mood for it. And I get uncomfortable if I'm too cold, or if I'm too hot, or if there's a lot of mosquitoes out. We went on a trip a couple years back, and I went down. We had gone to Montana on like this family vacation, me and my fiance and my youngest, and they took us to a place called Crystal Park, and it's where you could dig up your own crystals, and I have several of them that I've dug up, and it was a really fun experience. The only problem was the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were so bad, it almost made the entire trip miserable. We call it our mosquito vacation. It was so bad. And those are the kind of parts of nature that I'm not too fond of, when it makes you so uncomfortable that you can't be out there. But otherwise, nature's a huge part of being a kid, I think. And nowadays, there's so much going on with phones and iPads, and I'm not against that. I know that it's a technological world, and the kids have to know how to work these functions in order to survive in the coming years, because it's not like it used to be. My girls don't go out at 7 o'clock in the morning and come back at dark. It's just not the way the world works right now. And maybe it does in some places, but even here in Wyoming, I'm not going to say I live in a huge town. I live in a semi-big city with small town mentality. And could they go out and play all day if they really wanted to? Yeah, and it wouldn't cause any harm, and I wouldn't be afraid for them or anything like that. But they don't do it because it's not their life. It's not how things are in their world. Their friends aren't doing it. They're not doing it. And going out and playing just by yourself isn't always the greatest thing in the world, you know. Little kids and even teenagers want people to go do things with. But anyways, so I think that's changing really big in our world, and I would like to incorporate it more in my lifestyle, just going out and doing things without being inside the house, without being on my phone, without being attached to some kind of device. And I think that over this next summer, this coming summer, because I don't do things during the winter because it's cold and it's miserable and I don't like it. But I think during the summer, I'll start doing like daily trips up to the mountain just to be, and, you know, maybe burn a fire and figure out how to do maybe my own ritual stuff, since I'm just starting. I'm not even a year into like my spiritual journey into paganism and stuff like that. So I feel like getting out there and doing something like that will really help me in the future. So I think I will. But anyways, I didn't want to make this very long, and that's my nature talk. I kind of rambled a little bit, but I think we ramble sometimes because we don't know what to talk about. And it was a good couple memories that are entertaining, and I might write them down just so that I don't forget. And I hope you guys have a great day. I look forward to watching your nature videos.